Today I wanna encourage two things. One will be, for example, to always backtest and optimize your edge. If you have a manual strategy, please make sure you start mechanical or try to make it as mechanical as possible, because one day you will want to adapt it to an algo. And or here I'm testing 2024 to 2025 pretty much year to date. I consider this range very interesting for any type of strategy. If you don't know how to backtest, you can leave a comment in the video and I will show you in the next video how to do it. It's very easy. And there's tons of free EAs that you can find in different markets like MQL, so you can start building around them or start learning how they work and how to backtest, because that's a skill that is very underrated, but it's very OP and it's what makes me money and also applies to risk management. But the second thing will be to show you this chart. As you can see, yesterday in the analysis I shared this red zone that pretty much it seems like I'm just dropping boxes, but as you can see the reaction was very clear. I told you yesterday not to trade or try to not position in this area because it was very dangerous. And as you can see, since yesterday we're having very mixed price action, because we have the rejection after the news. Today we pretty much are not having very interesting news, or at least red folders or packed news like yesterday. New home sales and consumer confidence are kind of relevant for the current context or the possible FOMO for the recession. And we have the GDP tomorrow, so market is pretty much warming up for a big move, and this zone was very dangerous. And as you can see after the video, we are creating two inefficiencies or two big wicks that are already filled. And not only that, but we again push to the upside trying to break, because we don't see it, but here we have a resistance at 30.26 that was acting as a support for a while. After the break to the upside, here you can see the 2 wicks that got rejected. This is the 2 hours, so it's not a very simple rejection. It's actually something that is taking time to do it, at least in short term or in short periods of time. And as you can see, price or bears were trying to break to the downside many or multiple times. Not only the zone, but specifically this area. You never consolidate below that area until we have this massive push to the downside. So you can expect this to be a very dangerous zone to position yourself unless you are scalping. That's why I was trying to make emphasis in this area specifically, because we are having tons of rejection, and also we are retesting our main range area that I was actually expecting to be more on this side of the market. But as mentioned, we don't predict, we're adapting, we're trading what we see. So for now, what I was doing, I was leaving some models. I'm running some trading farms for now. My investing model, my main one, is pretty much stuck because it's not doing anything. Market is ranging in the same zones. I have a buy at 30.55 and my lowest is at 30.12, but this is my old model. As you can see, I'm working with the new one. This is only the base or the skeleton of the base of my model. It's using 5 logics out of the 21 that I can use, and I'm not using multipliers or any kind of smart progression. You can see I'm using fixed lot. That's why we see it like this, but this is just like when we could say see it as a car when you're opening or disarming. I don't know the word in English, to be honest, but you understand, when you are building something you need to go from the bottom to the top or go from scratch. That is what I call it. This is the scratch part. So once I start adding more logics or fixing, for example, these ranges, what I want to test, this is the only sell. I'm only trading sells. This is the only model I tailor for sells and for buys. So what I want to see is how my sell model reacts in a period that has been very bullish. Like since 2024 started, price has been very bullish. So even though we have very good retracements, the reality is that we don't have a very and that applies to our analysis previous. This is one of the longest or most aggressive retracements we have before the rate cuts started and Trump administration deliver new tariffs that broke this major pushback. We had some on the rate cuts period, but the reality is none of those are breaking the structure or really showing a reversal from the current. As you can see, this whole 2025 price is just going up, and if we go, this is around here. This is more or less. Actually, let me go to a clean one so you can see very good what I mean. This is around here. This is December. So you can see since we printed the last low in 1990, we are already at 3000. So it's been a hell of a run for gold prices. And reality is this is a very max stress for my strategy that I counter trend, I don't use stop loss, and I like to use grid and multipliers. So for me, this is one of the best scenarios to test, and I'm passing it. It doesn't look clean, but it will look clean because I already trade this live. This is only the back test, but I was already trading live all these periods actually since 2021, more or less around this area, December, more or less here. So as you can see, I've been trading in very rough periods. We had a bearish move, then we've been having this bullish momentum. So this 2024 is perfect for any strategy to get Xauusd optimized. So use this range, use your algo, or test any algo you feel is relevant for this type. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's relevant for grid strategies or multipliers or blah blah. Any type of strategy, if it's making money at least in some way in the backtest or in this period, it's solid strategy. So that would be it for today, Gis. We will keep updating the videos.